Bonjour tout le monde! I'm just here because today is our first day of online remote learning. A lot of this is going to look a lot like class because we've been doing blended learning all this time. You guys didn't know there was a word for it, but having things half online, half in person. So I'm going to kind of show you guys a little bit about what this is going to look like. And this is always going to look like this for each week, but this is this week's overview. So we have week one, which is the 13th through the 17th of April. You'll see I've already loaded everything. You can see the weekly activity outline, which it looks a little like this. And you can see that it outlines all of the activities that you should be doing during this week. Each day, I'm going to do a video here, and I'll link that, and you can see it. It'll be this video that you're seeing today. I'll also send those out via Remind. You can see I'm going to point out some upcoming important deadlines. Here you can see the redo makeup form, the redo makeup deadlines form that tells you any of the assignments that were graded before March 13th. So you can make those up until the 23rd to recover your score. Make sure you check the assignment and make sure you check that you're able to make it up. The big thing I wanted to point out, though, is the project. I put in the first project last week. So you can see all of the parts of that and how to remake them. All of this is on Google Classroom as well. And you can see that down with rattrapage, redo makeup. Those are all of the redo makeup assignments for what we've got in PowerSchool right now that you can make up, unless it was already an online assignment. So our first thing for this week is the grammar topic of vouloir and pouvoir. You're going to click on this link and take notes. Make sure you add the conjugations of these verbs to the pink tab in your dépliant géant. So you'll see that I show you those conjugation charts right here. You're going to want to add that to your pink page right there. Okay, then you've got an activity to do, and I'll show you where we can find all of the activities. You've also got listening practice on This is Language. I'm going to create a video where you can see how to log in and access the videos. If you have not yet logged into This is Language, you have the registration codes right here. So you can click on that and you can see your registration code and go log in here. So if you've never gotten onto This is Language before, you need to make sure you do that first. I gave you comprehension for 5 different videos. Each video will only take you about 5 minutes. Then you can see with integrated activities that we have benchmark 2 for the project. So we started this project before we left. You chose your country, so you're going to do benchmark 2 for your country. You can see the full project outline here, but then you can find benchmark 2 and everything on Google Classroom. Then we have the final round of Mani Musicale. You're going to prep a debate. It's really not huge. It is very, very small, simple debate. So you're going to come up with your reasons and create a Flipgrid video in which you argue your point for the final round of the Mani Musicale. That's going to be on Google Classroom, and then you will do a video on Flipgrid. Looking ahead to next week, another important deadline is the tableau d'interview. This was the interview foldable that we have on page 29. So if you did not finish that up, you can do that this week or you can do that next week. I also have listed all the helpful resources that you need for this week. We have this unit's vocabulary and the supplemental vocabulary. And then you have this week's checklist. These are the assignments that you need to get done. This should take you roughly 2 hours. If it's taking you more than 2 hours for the whole week, please let me know, and I can adjust in the future. We're just all learning what this is going to look like and how long this is going to take. And then finally, I'm going to show you, I have a running list of the activities that we're going to be doing during this remote learning. So these are the activities for this week, and you can see this is what you need to get done. And if you miss it, if you didn't get to it this week, you can see it'll be on this list, and I'll add next week's on there when we get to next week and the third week and all of that, so on and so forth until we're back in school. I also want to show you, you should be accessing all of the activities here on Google Classroom. Here's the vocabulary, here's the grammar. You can see that you have the video, and then you have a Google form. Now, all of these activities are ungraded in that we're not really doing formal grading right now as per the county. We're doing feedback. So I'm giving you feedback by showing you what percentage you get. That's either excellent, acceptable, below average, or unacceptable, and that tells you where your level of understanding is for this grammar. And I'll create that rubric criterion, or that rubric. I'll do that to give you that feedback. Then you see for this is language, you've got all these videos. Remember, it should only take you about 30 minutes total. So each one is only about 5 minutes. And then you have benchmark 2. This should only take you about 30-ish minutes, maybe 45 to do that. And you should do both of these activities, both documents. And then the rond final of the Mani Musicale, you're going to do this document and then do your video on Flipgrid. And the songs that are competing against one another are Reste by Maître Jim and Sting and Flou by Angèle. Always, 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 please reach out if you've got questions. I have office hours on Monday from 3 to 4, Tuesday from 1 to 2, Wednesday from 4 to 5, Thursday from 5 to 6, and again on Friday from 5 to 6. So if you need help at all, please come to one of my office hours and I will help, or you can shoot me an email, or you can shoot me a remind text. I will be available all day, Monday through Friday of next week. So, a bientôt, and I hope to see some of you in the office hours. Au revoir.